Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Taurus, I'm getting the energy here of you doing things that can really help you fill your bank account, fill your personal cup, fill your professional cup. You're definitely looking at new ways of bringing in prosperity with the cup card showing up in the recent past. So this is about you taking care of business. If something doesn't quite feel fulfilled in your life, you're cutting it off. And that's why the skull card is showing up here for you. So you may have some big decisions to make here in the next coming month, coming weeks. I'm getting that this is about you taking charge of a situation. And some of you are saying, I am moving forward. I will not take no for an answer. Or some of you that felt cut off from a situation, I feel like you're reinventing yourself. You're using some sort of challenge, obstacle, or even power play for some of you, and you're turning it into progress. So I really like this energy. There is a sense of determination here, determination to land on top, land on your feet here, because in the recent past, again, you have the cup. So this does talk about you finding ways to bring more financial security into your world. This talks about fulfillment on all levels, emotionally, financially, physically, and spiritually. This is about overflowing prosperity. And there may have been a situation here where that was cut off to you, because I'm getting here the supply feels like it's cut off. Some of you may have had to invest in a purchase. Maybe you were unexpected in the recent past, or that was unexpected. It could have been something broke down or you had to fix on your vehicle. I am getting chariot energy showing up here. Some of you, this could have been travel expenses, or there was some caregiving or family dynamics that you had to take care of. But I feel like you're putting yourself back on track here. And you have the crown showing up for the month of October. And this is about overcoming those obstacles. Whatever had set you back in the past here, whatever had maybe drained your account or your energy, I feel like you are getting rid of that, and you're finding logical, rational solutions in the month of October to head forward. Now, some of you could even be taking the leap from corporate world to entrepreneurship. You may also be deciding to retire or get things into place for your retirement. This does talk about wealth. I am getting here that a lot of you, if you're not wealthy already, I feel like there is a lot of wealth that you can accumulate here by the time you retire, and some. I also get here something with developments. This could be in real estate. For others of you, I feel like you could be developing a new application or developing a new business strategy. There's something here that you're just hitting your stride on, and I feel like you could bring in a lot of money. So I like this card showing up here. Now, the skull does not deter me from a positive ending here, because again, as I was talking about you cutting things out that no longer apply to you, that's when the skull card literally flew out into the kind of the past energy here. So I feel like you have gone through rough patches, of course, Taurus. We all have. Maybe you've borrowed money from a bank, borrowed money from a family member, or you were low on cash. Some of you may have even been out of work. Maybe you were, again, taking care of something here that it was more emotional based in the past, but now you're reinventing yourself. This is about you really being born. I'm getting that death energy here of big changes, big transitions coming in, a lot of spiritual growth you've gone through here as well. So this is a time of an ending. So I feel like the biggest challenge for you, which we'll see here shortly, I feel like the biggest challenge is not hanging on to what must die, right? It's like It's like the season changes. We see the leaves changing colors and falling off the trees. We don't go pick up the leaves that are dead on the ground and try to glue them back onto the tree, right? It just doesn't work that way. We know that there will be new buds come springtime. So I feel like there are new opportunities here for you, but there's still a little bit of a transition stage that you're going through at this time. So let's dive into your reading and take a look at the Celtic Cross. We're going to get all your cards out here, and then we will go over them and clarify. So what do we have here for Taurus? What's the overall energy? Page of Fire. There's that bud. There's that new opportunity. That could be quite exciting for you as well. So as you cut off old energies, old limiting beliefs, situations, people, places, environments, things that no longer serve you, Taurus, what you do is you actually make room for new beginnings, new ideas, new inventions, new discoveries to refill that space, right? And I feel like a lot of you, yes, if there's been a little bit of a dead zone, or if you felt like you were going through a lot of struggle, a lot of power plays in politics or in the office environment, I sense that you are attracting what it is that you truly want and truly desire. But you have to go through some of those things in order to kind of teach you what you truly wanted. Yeah, I love it. Your challenge actually here is the Six of Air. So the challenge, again, is moving on, not resisting that change. So exactly what Spirit was bringing in. Now, you have a lot of cards in the upright. So this is about you going more with the flow than resistance here. Now, you do have the Seven of Swords showing up in your environment, but there's justice here right above it. So something that may have felt a little bit unfair or unprecedented here, I feel like there's a new beginning coming in. Definitely communication, some sort of communication is coming in, maybe even that you weren't expecting, okay, but it's going to set you free in a big way. Now let's dive in. Okay, we have the Hierophant showing up here. We're just going to actually keep that in reverse so we remember. Now, your overall energy for the month of October, Taurus, you have the Page of Fire, Page of Wands. This is an energy of movement, of passion, excitement, and adventure. This is the energy of moving forward. If you are brave enough to move into a direction where you're chasing your dreams, and I feel like you are. You're very brave, you're very courageous, and I feel like you want change, even though there's a little bit of hesitancy and possibly even some external conditions that may be happening around you that feel like it blocks this change from happening. The Page of Fire says there's movement here. This is someone who's very instinctual. They trust their gut instinct and they move forward here and they get things done quite quickly. They can be a leader. They are very action oriented. They are a warrior. And I feel like, again, you've had to go through some things here that have taught you a lot of lessons. But pages, this is page energy, not knights, but I am getting movement here for you. Do we have any knights in the mix? We do not. We have the Six of Air, but I do feel here with this page, there could be communication on movement because I'm getting action here for you. Now, I keep getting the Knight of Wands. I'm going to clarify this energy here because the page comes before the Knight, and this is about staying curious, and it could even be staying curious about how to move forward and trusting that that forward motion is coming, because I'm telling you, when I look at this, my mind is showing me Knight. So even though this is page, I feel like your mind, thank you, Spirit, Taurus, it's like your mind and your energy is one step ahead of the world around you. Okay, so just as I'm reading this card as the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands, but it's actually the page. So in the physical, you all see this Page of Fire, but I'm seeing it as the Knight. I feel like that's what's happening here for you, is it's like you're 2 steps ahead of everyone else or everything else, and you're able to see things that maybe other people aren't able to see. Let's dive in. Now, when this shows up, there are opportunities here available to you with this page. This is about you being curious about your money, your projects, studying as well. There's a big opportunity for growth here. And I feel like you are getting a little bit impatient because you want to move forward, but the rest of the world seems to be a little slack in here at times. 7 of Coins. Yeah. fruits of your labor paying off. You want to keep on going. You want to build. You want to climb. You want to be successful. You want more abundance to show up here for you. But it feels at times that you have to embrace the newness, because you can see here in this illustration that those chicks have been hatched. They're very, very small, but you can see them down there. So I feel like this is a golden opportunity, but we must be patient as we move forward and continue that course. We can't jump the gun here. We can't rush a situation, but it's important for you again to know that this opportunity is in front of you, and that can be difficult to see at times, especially with the Seven of Swords, because you may feel like other people are getting what you want, okay? Or you may feel like there's a lot of shift and you're left behind here, when really you could even be doing a better job than a lot of people around you that are getting paid more, is kind of what I see here. So you don't want your returns to be diminished. You don't want your skills and talents and gifts to go to waste here, is kind of what I see with that Page of Fire. It absolutely won't. I see that there is more abundance coming in, and there's going to be justice here for something that feels a little bit unfair. Okay. Now the challenge for you this month is the Six of Swords. It is about moving on. Now, Six of Swords, just as we said earlier, I feel like the challenge intuitively is resisting the change. Now, this is external, is what I'm seeing here. It could be some sort of external circumstance that may throw you for a loop, but it's actually pruning away those things that, you just don't need in your world any longer. That toxic workplace, maybe it was a blessing in disguise that you were let go or that you quit. Perhaps that person who left the job, right? Or maybe there was something scandalous or unethical that happened and they were removed. That was for the better, right? I feel like there is a situation here where you will be able to see the silver lining, but the Six of Swords is saying don't resist. Don't let your mind talk you out of or go down that rabbit hole and keep you in a state of opposition or in a state of resistance here. So let's just clarify the Six of Swords. How can we help you move through some of these changes, especially when they're external and we're waiting, right? We're a step ahead. We're ready to get that job offer. We're ready to get that promotion. But why is everybody else kind of stalling when we've been ready for quite some time? Let's take a look here. All right, Taurus. What do we have for the Six of Swords? The King of Coins. Yeah, why is it such a challenge? Because you want to secure your abundance. You want to get to the top here. This is some big boss energy, right? This is someone who focuses on their security, their abundance, their prosperity. They want to work their way to the top, and you're ready. You feel like you deserve some sort of wealth, but it feels like there is resistance to getting towards some sort of goal, right? There could have even been people that have come in, or an energy or a situation or an environment, because I am getting devil here. Even though I don't see the devil, I feel like there's something toxic or something that you may be attached to that actually weakens your sense of security, okay? Because I am getting here with this King of Pentacles, this is about wanting a little bit more than you're being offered, okay? And that can be a big challenge when you want to move forward financially or physically as well. Now, what's below you here? We do have the King of Earth again. That's the one we just seen, the King of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So again, not feeling like you are utilizing your highest of highest potential, right? It's you can make more. You're worth more. You know that you have what it takes to climb to the top. And I feel some of you have already been there before. You may have even been demoted, or you've taken a pay cut here, or you've had to course correct with that Seven of Pentacles. That's my course correction card. So something may have happened in the past, whether it was something in your personal life or there was an external circumstance outside of your control that kind of threatened your stability. And we've all had that, especially since 2020, right? And so I feel like you are doing what you can now to replenish what has been lost, okay, with this cup. You'll get there again. I see that here, Taurus. You will get there again. So if this is something as hopefully minor as maybe there was a financial purchase that you had to make that was unexpected, or it could be as big as a job loss in the past or financial loss in a big way, the King of Pentacles is in your energy. And I feel like you will climb to the top here, especially because you're wearing that crown. You're wearing the crown here, and these are really powerful energies. The crown isn't just reserved for anyone. It's not reserved for, you know, this page energy or even the knight energy. It's reserved for the crown. So you're going to overcome these challenges of whatever you've lost here in the deep, deep past. And you're going to come out on top because you've been going through a spiritual rebirth. You've been going through, yes, some rough patches. I ain't going to lie, right? You've gone through a reinventive period with the Six of Swords. This is a spiritual journey, a spiritual quest, but it's been to reinvent you, to put you on track with where you truly are meant to be. Now, in the recent past, you have the Nine of Fire. This makes sense here because that's that determination that I was picking up on in the beginning. That's that wounded warrior, but I will not give up. That dedication to keep on going, to move forward and know that this isn't all for nothing. Because some of you may have found yourself questioning at times, what is this all for? Am I on the right path? How can I continue to move forward? Do I have the spiritual strength, the discipline, and the persistence to keep on going? You're so close. You're almost there here. So I do feel this is saying don't give up. It's important for you to pause, reflect, and take a little bit of that downtime when you can. But don't let yourself give up. And I don't feel like you're gonna, but sometimes that mind, it can bring you to places you don't always want to go. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. What's going on here with the Nine of Wands? Actually, you know what, Taurus? Let's take a look and see what weakened your stability, because that could still be playing a little bit of an effect because it is showing up as maybe an empty account. Let's see what's weakened your stability in the past. It could be a thought. It could be a belief. It could be, okay, yeah, I feel like you wanted to go all in, but someone may not have given you the benefit of the doubt, or maybe you felt like you weren't able to get past a certain level of accomplishment or certain level of achievement here with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is the fight, right? I'm in it to win it. But then you get to a certain point, you get to that 9 here and you're thinking, oh, do I have what it takes? Or have I lost the courage to keep on going? Have I lost the courage to keep on fighting for what I want here? So I do feel that there may have been a situation where the pressure was on. The pressure was on for you to make some big changes in the past. And it affected your stability in some way, shape, or form. Now, what you have coming in above you is quite beautiful. You have the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is about important contracts, important partnerships. It is about aligning yourself with the law of attraction here. Okay, it's about moving through energies that seem to kind of put you off the beaten path. It feels like there is a magnet here that tends to repel at times, right? Two opposing magnets. It's no matter what, kind of going in the opposite direction. I feel like that's what it felt like for you to keep on going in the past. But now what's coming in is you're getting back into that alignment. You're working with that law of attraction in a more abundant, positive way. Let's take a look and clarify the Two of Cups, please, showing up in the potential. Knight of Cups. Oh, it literally says flowing attraction. Beautiful. So as we're talking about the attraction and bringing things back into flow, the Knight of Cups clarifies here that yes, the attraction is flowing here because there was an interrupted energy when it came to your career. And I feel what actually interrupted you. Yes, it could have been something external, but I feel like it was your motivation. Okay, sometimes we have a difficult time staying on track with our goals, or we lose motivation. Just like, you know, you've all had a New Year's resolution goal. And you notice maybe by the time February or March hits, you're not as strong in those resolutions. You start to fall off the bandwagon. Maybe your exercise routine slacks, or maybe you pick up that cigarette when you wanted to really quit smoking. So sometimes consistency is a big key factor when it comes to staying motivated here. And I feel like whatever it is that was distracting you or just felt like you couldn't do it, you're saying, yes, I can, because you know and you see here that you're closer than you think to some sort of a goal or a finish line, Taurus. So this is beautiful. Now you do have the Hierophant showing up in reverse in the near future, which I actually prefer the Hierophant, but I'm a rebel with the cause, as I like to say here. So the Hierophant is all about unconventional thinking. It is all about you taking a look at everything you've learned and shaking it up a little bit and unlearning it, right? And if this is true for you, you're going to take a look and say, okay, what do I need to believe in order to make this possible? Not those societal standards that I was taught, not maybe what my family said I should or should not do, maybe what that institution said I should do after I graduate. The Hierophant here is the divine guidance within, okay? It is about you trusting in taking maybe an unconventional approach versus a traditional way of doing things. You know, if you want to decide to go back to school at 50 years old and get your GED or get some sort of diploma or certification, then why can't you? Because society says that you're supposed to go to college right out of high school? No, it's okay for you to go off the beaten path and do things differently. Dare to dream, dare to be bold, be courageous, step into whatever it is that your soul is calling for you to do. The Hierophant is saying you don't have to do things the way that they have always been done. It's time for you to question. It's time for you to shake things up a little bit, because sometimes, believe it or not, people tell us things. I mean, you believe this, I'm sure. People tell us things that may have worked for them, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work for us. Maybe your grandfather's grandfather used to be a farmer that worked, 16-hour days in the field and some, right? And that was the way of life, and that's what he knew, so that's what he did, and he passed on that tradition. You may be saying, I don't want to be a farmer. I don't want to work that much. I don't want to be, a slave to this energy. I want to go off and build my own business. I want to work smarter, not harder. So whatever it is that you are being challenged to embrace in a new way, the Hierophant says, I got your back, right? Spread your wings and see what else is possible. Let's just get a card to clarify this. What do we have for the Hierophant, please? What do we have for the Hierophant? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah, lost in the past. So sometimes we get lost in the past of replaying an old story out. Sometimes we have a difficult time telling ourselves that new story, right? Because yeah, it maybe worked for someone else, or that's what we did in the past, but Spirit is saying it's okay for you to tell yourself a new story. So we're getting double whammy energy here. And I feel like that could be a challenge for you with the Six of Air. That may be why there's some resistance, because there is a belief within you that you've done something a certain way and we have to continue doing it, right? But you can break free from that cycle is what I'm seeing. And yeah, it can be an obstacle and a challenge to break free from that cycle. You may have to do it 100,000 times first, right? Hopefully not that long, but I certainly sense that you are making progress. You are taking charge here. Pat yourself on the back. I feel like you're a lot further along than you think you are. All right, I want to clarify this Two of Cups here just a little bit more and see what it is that you are attracting, because we see the flowing attraction and we've seen that Knight of Cups came in to clarify, but I want to see what that is for you, because I feel like it's an unconventional approach, a new way of doing something. It could be, holistic. It could be wealth. It could, wellness. And it could be wealth that embraces and affects your wealth in a very big way. I feel like it could bring you a lot of money, but it's something that maybe is a little bit unheard of, or it's just not as accepted mainstream, but it's getting there. It's getting there here. So it could even be, psychic readings, right? I don't know about you, but 2.5 years ago, or 2.5 years ago is the first time that I didn't even know that this type of stuff existed on YouTube. Let's see here. What do we have to clarify the Two of Cups? So there could be something that surprises you, that you are excited to take the next step. You have the World card. This is about triumphant completion. You've completed a lot in your life. You really have, when you think about it, which you have been thinking about it. You have that Six of Cups. You've been replaying a lot of things, and you've been going over the past, what has worked, what hasn't. But I feel like you dream to do something differently. So I'm also getting here, for example, let's say you are a nurse in the traditional sense. You may say, I've learned the traditional way to be a nurse, but I really want to go in this unconventional path, and I want to be a holistic practitioner, doing wellness in a different way and utilize both skills. So maybe the skills that you've learned in that traditional teaching, and then also some sort of unconventional teaching, and then blend the two together. Same goes for teaching. Maybe you were a kindergarten teacher, maybe you were a principal, and you love teaching, but not in the traditional sense. Now you want to go off and teach about something else that may be non-traditional. So what I'm getting here for you, Taurus, is it's okay to blend and forge a new path. I feel like you're a trailblazer here. It's okay for you to do that. And I feel if anyone can do it, you can make it work. Because you will reach people on a global or worldwide level. Okay, this is about celebratory energy and feeling a sense of success, feeling a sense of fulfillment. There could be a lot of travel involved as well. Maybe you've always loved taking those family vacations or traveling. Well, maybe now you're being offered a chance to do it for a living and make money, right? Maybe you want to get into real estate, or you are doing things on social media that can reach a larger audience than it could 10, 15 years ago. So I'm getting this strongly for you. Don't limit yourself. Don't put a cap on your growth and your success, because it may surprise you the amount that you can actually make. All right. What is showing up in your energy here? Six of Earth. This is the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. It's reciprocity, right? You scratch your back, I scratch yours, but not in a way that you expect to get something in return, but it's that law of attraction where it will show up in return because you're giving without receiving. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but that's how it works, right? Especially it comes in quicker. The more that we can be of service, or more we can put it out there, without having a tie or an attachment to it. And that could be that devil energy that I was picking up on, that attachment to expecting something in a form, or expecting what that may look like in return, but just letting it come back to you in whatever way that looks like. Because Six of Earth is about unexpected resources. It could be a gift from the universe. It's a grant, scholarship, taxes. It's something favorable, something that, is going to be more balanced. And because you have the Justice card showing up here in your hopes and fears, I sense that you want there to be balance when it comes to your finances. You want to be able to get recompense for the work that you are doing, because you are working hard, I see, right? You want to be able to pay off any of those loans, any of the debt that you have. You want it to be worth it. And I feel like it will, because some of you may have said, I've wasted time. I've wasted this degree that I'm not even going to use, or I've wasted my energy in this job that I'll never use. I want you to take a look at that from a new perspective, because you actually will use what you've learned, whether it's how to communicate with people, whether it's more about behind the scenes within businesses, or whether it's how to market. There are a lot of things that we don't always see that we'll be using down the road, but it's actually helping you take these next steps. So definitely reciprocity here showing up, and making sure that you are not resisting the help being offered. Okay, now some of you are saying, Melissa, there is no help. How can I resist? That may certainly be the case, but I sense that you are getting back into that flow of attraction, and make sure that there's not expectations tied to a situation. Because again, we don't want to have our energy tethered or tied or attached to any specific outcome. Let it flow. Okay, take a step and let it come towards you. Let there be that dance. You know that, and I just said this in another reading as well. Just like any dance, there can't be two leaders, right? There has to be that leader and that follower, because that's the energy of the balance. So I feel like there's some sort of balance happening here for you. You're going to overcome some of these obstacles, and this could even be a power play where someone's going on a power trip here, right? And you want to get out of that energy because they may be taking, but not giving. Okay, for others of you, you feel like you have your nose to the grindstone and you're working, but for what? Okay, if that's the case for maybe a business, it will pay off. Keep on going. Consistency is key here. But if this is a toxic work environment, because again, we still haven't seen that devil, but let's clarify. I feel like the devil is in here, but maybe a little bit hidden. Now, again, whether that is an attachment or someone around you, whoa, okay. We won't go with all those, but we do see here 9 of Swords, 10 of Coins, and we see the Emperor. Yeah, an ineffective ruler or leader that is threatening your stability and causing you to relive some past trauma or causing you to feel stuck, right? Not able to be stable. Now, these two cards are showing up to clarify. 7 of Cups. So we see the 6 to the 7, even though it's a different suit. I feel like there's some options here. This person may even tempt you by saying, oh, Taurus, if you stay or if you do this or you work extra, we'll give you more. Okay. And they may actually give you more, but it's leaving you feeling drained or exhausted physically or mentally or spiritually. So it's just not a balanced energy here. 2 of Wands says, do you want to move forward or are you holding back? For whatever reason, because the 6 of Earth is balanced, but you're questioning things here. I feel like it's hard to make a new choice when you feel like you're being held back. And that's understandable, especially when we have this 7 of Swords showing up in the environment. And this could be partnered up with that devil that I'm getting. As I think Nick Ashbo always says, the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords is like the devil's cousins, right? So the 7 of Swords showing up is saying, we really need to get honest with ourselves about what it is that we truly want and any underlying beliefs or limiting beliefs or things that we tend to tell ourselves that are rooted in fear. So if this 7 of Swords is you, it's important to take a deep dive into oneself. If this is in the environment, which it is, it's in the environment position, right? But if this is someone else around you, don't be fooled by their, I don't want to say their kindness, but their lies. It's important to see through them. If they keep telling you something, trust them. Trust their action, not their words. Okay. If they keep telling you something over and over, but you're not seeing some results, trust their actions. Okay. Because those actions don't lie. If someone says to you, Taurus, we'll give you that raise, or Taurus, we'd really like to, A, B, or C, because someone could be wearing a false mask. They may not be as honest as maybe you'd hope that they would be. Let's clarify what's going on with the 7 of Swords here for Taurus, please. I feel like there was gossip in the workplace. For those of you that work in the corporate world, there could be, oh gosh, you're getting this twice. There's some sort of gossip. Some of you could work in a legal system. Someone may be dealing with a legality. This could even be a business or a corporation or partnership that could even be getting sued for some sort of unethical practice. There could be something with HR, okay, human resources, going to human resources for an act of unfairness as well. Someone may have been a part of some, again, did this come up for you earlier? Yeah, some sort of scandal or something that may have just been unethical or immoral. You have the Justice card showing up twice. So this is definitely on your mind with this balance. This is about fair judgment. So the fact that it's showing up twice in the upright position, there will be a fair settlement around something that's unethical, unfair, or about you finding more balance once you get honest with yourself about what these next steps are. Okay, because this Justice card, yeah, there may have been some sort of bias happening here based on age, race, sex, experience, whatever this is here. I feel because these scales, in the hopes and fears, and this is interesting, Taurus, take note. In the hopes and fears, you can see this Justice card actually has the scales there that are imbalanced. So your fear is definitely that something is not going to work out in your favor. But you have here the Justice card clarifying the 7 of Swords in your environment. And I feel like it will be balanced because this this scale is balance. She has the blindfold on, so it's what you can't see necessarily. You don't see that out of something that may have been difficult or challenging, there's going to be equal measures taken, I'm getting here, some sort of justice served. Okay, so make sure that you are being honest with yourself, you're being honest with others. I do feel like this has to do with possibly the legal system, but karma as well. Some of you could be definitely reaping what they sow, okay, or getting what they've, I don't want to say deserve, but it's a consequence based on an action. That's what karma is, right? Let's take a look. Even though we have the justice card showing up twice, let's clarify the justice in your hopes and fears. Whoa. Okay. You got a lot of hopes and fears here at this time, I feel. Okay. There's the death card. There's that death. You have the Queen of Swords. She rules that justice. You have double Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. She thinks strategically. So this could be a female energy or feminine. It doesn't have to be female, but someone who's more feminine. She can cut with those swords, but she wants truth. She wants justice here. And the death is about a necessary ending. And you have the Hierophant showing up again, twice in your reading as well. That's showing up in the near future. So taking some sort of unconventional approach to a traditional way of doing things, that's going to lead to your wish fulfillment. I mean, this is big. Fight for something. Fight for your right. I just heard that here. Fight for your right. So wishes granted. There needs to be a necessary ending, maybe even this ending of an old way of doing things, because you're being divinely guided now to speak up for what is right, to bring about fairness, to bring about balance and justice. Some of you are humanitarians. You're fighting for a cause. You're speaking, you're sharing your truth. Okay, the Queen of Swords, she could also work as a teacher, a mentor, a police officer, a journalist. She could be in the legal field, a legal secretary, a lawyer, someone here who may be going against the grain. Oh, okay. Some of you are part of some sort of a organization that you found out maybe that there was some unethical practices going on. Okay, and you're exposing a truth. Okay, that may not resonate with everyone, but there's some sort of exposure coming in. Now, your final outcome, Taurus, is the Ace of Swords. That is that truth. That is that sword that the Queen of Swords uses to cut through any of the injustice showing up here. So Ace of Swords is all about a new understanding. It's about solutions, coming up with that action plan. It's that light bulb moment to cut through any miscommunication or indecision and saying, boom. And they actually just showed me the mallet, like on a judge, right? The mallet that says, all right, this is the verdict. This is over with. So I feel like there's some sort of verdict or some sort of resolution that is coming in for you in the month of October. And October is, Libra season as well. So this is all coming together as it should here. And I feel like you are being reborn in a big way. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords here for Taurus. Very in-depth reading. I feel like all these career readings will be in depth here for a lot of the signs, especially after the shifts of September. You may be watching this in September. Let's see here. Four of Swords. Four of Swords is about you gaining the necessary rest as well. And I feel like you've earned this rest because you were nearing some sort of burnout or exhaustion or burning both candles, burning the candle at both ends type of energy where you just couldn't keep going further. This is the new beginning being offered to you. So whether it's that new job, whether it is you leaving a situation, it's ending the old to make way for new because you couldn't go on the way that you were going on. Okay, reinventing yourself. There's a new way of thinking here, a new way of being where you can move forward in more of a calm, peaceful environment than something that's chaotic and messy and destructive and sneaky, right? This is about you feeling good about your next steps moving forward. All right, let's get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for Taurus, please? Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, you have Milk and Honey. It's card 51. Now, this is a beautiful card. It's also, it's card 51. Some of you may be 51 years old, or you may be a life path 6 or in a 6 personal year. And I feel like this is about trusting that all will be well, trusting those needs will be met. It says the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity. And that's the 7 of Swords as well. The 7 of Swords needs to be authentic, needs to be truthful. So whether it's you or opportunities born out of some sort of truth coming out here, this is about nurturing abundance. And yes, trusting that all that you need, it will be met for you. You've entered into a better time, a sweeter time, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious. When all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe, these times are precious and only come in when we are in our authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment. And we see in the world show up here for you as well. Not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. So all your needs can be met. They are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. Okay, I am going to read the protection message as well, because some of you are stuck in this resistance and this could help you get out of that. A nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly, before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before. You may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors that you'll regret later. You are so loved, Taurus. You're so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. Yeah, so some of you that feel like there's no way out and you're doing some sort of destructive behaviors, whether it's going down that rabbit hole of thoughts, right, or patterns. You see here that this baby elephant is bathing in this milk and honey. It's important to nurture yourself at this time, and that includes your body, your mind, and your soul. All right, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, Taurus, I just ask if you can take a nice deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And I want you to close your eyes and tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps your animal swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. Your animal could have crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, or visited through your dreams, or maybe even crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that are interested in entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section box below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the 1st of each month and post right back here on this channel. All right, so these came out like a block real quickly, so I feel like you're going to receive a lot of intuitive downloads. You may receive a lot of messages at once. Now, some of you may be 67, 66 years old, or 56. You may also be born on the 1st, the 3rd, or the 13th, or you may be a life path or in a personal year of 1, 3, or 4. All right, right away you have cat spirit. Claim your independence. Now, if you also seen a jaguar, a ocelot, a puma, or a cougar, or a lion, any sort of cat here, it is all about claiming your independence. So there is something here about you speaking up, being you, being authentic, and shining your light bright. Next, you have armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. This is so very important, especially when we're dealing with that 7 of Swords energy, whether it's mental boundaries, physical, financial, whatever it may be for you, you'll know, but it's important to set those boundaries. That's the message that armadillo brings you. Spider says, make your dreams real. This is the time for you to co-create. It's time for you to spin that web in order for you to catch and attract what it is that you want. You have the 2 of Cups here. This is an opportune moment, an opportune month for you to weave this web. And in order for you to let that attraction flow and manifest what it is that you want in your world. Yeah, and you have collaborate here with the ants. It's time to collaborate. It's time to work together with the universe. Remember, Spirit has your back. Source wants you to survive in an abundant, prosperous way. And I feel like there's plenty for you here. Trust in the magic. White Raven Spirit reminds you. There's magic all around. It's card 66. When you break that down, it equals 12. 12 is surrendering. It's that Hanged Man energy. And as I said that I see in 4, 4, 4, 4 as well. So some of you could be seeing 6s. Some of you are seeing 4s. But trust in the magic. Because sometimes we lose sight of that magic, right? And that's that Page of Wands. The Page of Wands does believe in magic, but sometimes we try to jump the gun, right? Believe that there are really wonderful things coming in for you. Because Wolf Spirit says, turn knowledge into wisdom. You've gained a lot of wisdom over the years. You've gained a lot of knowledge. You have what it takes to move forward into this new phase of your life here, Taurus. And even though at times it feels like you are running and spinning your tires, I am getting here that you are making progress, even if you can't quite see it at this time. Now, last but not least, let's see which crystal, gemstone, fossil, or mineral you can work with in the month of October to help you on your most prosperous path. All right, what do we have here for Taurus? You have 2 that came out. Ooh, a couple of my favorites. We have malachite. Malachite's all about that heart chakra. It's card 34, and we also have watermelon tourmaline, card 58. So let's start off with malachite here. Now you can meditate on these colors, ask for these energies to come in and help you on your path of abundance. It doesn't mean you have to run out and go buy one of these unless you feel compelled to, of course. Now, what do we have here for malachite? This is clarity of thought and emotions. The right use of intellect, integrating thoughts and intuition. And the prosperity message is this. Malachite Spirit has appeared to tell you something very important, that you know more than you think you know. Have you given your power away when it comes to building wealth, fearing that you can't be trusted to figure out your finances? Do you feel unworthy of abundance because you fear you will squander it? Too often, old stories rooted in scarcity thinking shape our attitudes toward prosperity. You are reminded now that you have what it takes intellectually to make sense of your financial situation and grow your wealth. The universe will send signs that you are on the right track. So free yourself from the old fears and begin trusting yourself. Yes. And this is a really good stone. It allows us to come from a place of authority without losing sight of what is in our highest good. So when you do work with malachite, I think that's a stone too. You can use this in meditation. You can work with this when it comes to taking the next steps, especially around organizations, which you have the Hierophant showing up here twice, okay? So that can really help you take a stand when it comes to bigger companies and things of that nature. And lastly here, water tourmaline is all about seeing perfection in the moment. It's basking in the bliss of just being. It's a natural joy and a peaceful heart. Now this is showing up behind the clarity. So this could also be showing up for you in the coming months. It may not necessarily be October. It could even be November energy or towards the end of October. And it says abundance flows so that we all have enough. We just said that here. We all have enough and may experience that incredible bliss that comes in the perfect moment of giving unconditionally, or of accepting loss with faith that comes as wonderful or even better is coming. Outer conditions respond to the blissful perfection we feel when we connect to the universe and recognize that the love it has for us is absolute, infinite, and boundless. Today, Watermelon Tourmaline Spirit is calling you to take action, to allow yourself to feel the love of the universe in every fiber of your being, so that abundance can begin to flow your way again. There it is. We keep seeing that flow, that attraction with the Two of Pentacles. This is what's coming in for you. You may not see this showing up. Sometimes when we're in the thick of it, or we feel that there's resistance or restrictions, but it's saying here, our outer conditions respond to that. So I feel like you are starting to allow that flow to come in alignment with divine order. Stop and immerse yourself in the experience of this delicious moment. Now, watermelon tourmaline, it gently grounds us while stimulating the heart. When we meditate with this stone, it can help us become present in the moment. So for those of you that feel at times that you get a little bit stuck in the past, or you're having a difficult time disconnecting from the past beliefs that we have built upon us, you can work with this because it brings in a feeling of gratitude, and it helps us understand that life is precious and perfect in every moment, regardless of what is going on around us. So Taurus, that is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. I would love to see your power animals in the comment section box below your video. And again, if you're vibing with the energy here and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Taurus, for spending your time here today. Lots of love.